everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, March 4th through Sunday, March 10th, 2019. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Power Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine, and your special message card, depending on your stone of choice this week, will be coming from the Messages from the Light meditation deck by Joyce Huntington. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your stones of choice for the week. Your first stone of choice is a beautiful amethyst wand. Now, amethyst is a purple colored stone, and this one is just a very light lavender purple, so it's very hard to kind of tell, but this is indeed amethyst, and this amethyst wand is going to help to open the crown chakra to higher vibrational information and awareness, as well as help with meditation and dreams. Your second stone of choice for the week is a selenite wand, and selenite is also related to the crown chakra. This is going to open you up to higher guidance from your angels and guides. It helps you also to connect to past lives and future lives. And then your third stone of choice is a clear quartz crystal wand. And this clear quartz crystal one actually is a Lemurian seed with encoded information, again, related to the crown chakra. So they all, this week, are related to the crown chakra. And this is going to help to magnify energies, so magnifying your intentions, even magnifying your belief systems, your thoughts, your visualizations. This can actually bring you, again, ancient encoded information from our ancestors of the light. So again, your stones of choice for the week are the amethyst wand, the selenite wand, or the clear quartz crystal wand. So let's start by taking a look at or talking about the astrology for the week. So there's very important energies happening this week. We actually start on Tuesday, the 5th of March, with Mercury turning stationary retrograde. So Mercury is in the last sign of the zodiac, as is the Sun. And that last sign of the zodiac of Pisces is all about completion. It's the completion energy before we get to the spring equinox and we start, new beginnings, new paths, and kind of plant new seeds with our new ideas and intentions. So Mercury retrograde, Mercury ruling the thoughts, ideas, and communication realm, is all about reviewing things when it goes retrograde. This is a time to review, it's a time to research, it's a time to reevaluate where we're at in our lives and what we're doing as far as moving forward. It's not a time of action or decision or signing contracts, as we often know Mercury retrograde to be, and especially with this one being in Pisces. When Mercury goes retrograde on Tuesday the 5th of March, that goes retrograde at the 29th degree of Pisces. That's the very last degree of the sign of Pisces. So here we're in the last sign of the zodiac. It goes retrograde at the last degree. That's a critical degree. It's going to retrograde all the way back to 16 degrees of Pisces before it turns to direct motion, which is on March 28th. So pretty much this whole month, in fact, it is the whole month of March, that Mercury is retrograde. Because even prior to the 5th here, going back to, I think it's February 19th, when we had that supermoon at 0 degrees of Virgo, was when Mercury went into its shadow. So we've been feeling the shadow energies of Mercury since just after mid-February, and it's going to be until the end of March before Mercury turns back to direct motion. Now, by the time it turns back to direct motion, the Sun will be in Aries, which is that sign of new beginnings. However, I would say wait until Mercury retrograde is completely over before initiating anything that's brand new, or starting a new business, or again signing a contract or buying something important. I would suggest waiting until we move into the month of April before doing so. Okay, and then on Wednesday the 6th, Uranus, which is the Great Awakener planet, he rules this higher vibrational, fifth dimensional kind of energy. He rules sudden and unexpected redirections, surprises, and things that are futuristic in nature, He rules science, he rules the weather, and especially storms and whatnot. But finally, Uranus is moving out of Aries, where it's been for the last 7 years, and it's moving into Taurus. Now, if you remember, there was a time, summertime of 2018, where Uranus did dip into Taurus for a short amount of time before it went retrograde and then retrograded back into Aries. But now he's in Taurus for good. And again, for the next 7 years, we're going to have Uranus kind of shaking things up in the Taurus realm. And Taurus rules finances and our personal resources and our values. So it hugely rules money situations, things that are tangible, because Taurus is an earth sign. So when he moves into this sign, probably the day before, the day of, maybe the day after, we're going to feel that shakeup starting to occur in the areas that the sign of Taurus rules. On the very same day that Uranus moves into Taurus, which happens to be at 3:35 a.m. Eastern Time, we also have a new moon, and new moon is about new beginnings. However, again, this new moon is in Pisces. It's at 15 degrees of Pisces. So again, we're in the last sign of the zodiac. So the new beginnings are not quite tangible yet. The new beginnings are on a spiritual level, with Pisces ruling the spiritual realm, ruling the intangible. And this new moon at 15 degrees Pisces is actually connecting with Neptune, the planet that rules Pisces, the planet that is all about the spiritual realm and the intangible, at 16 degrees of Pisces. So this new moon, again, we're going to, it's more about creating your new beginnings as far as in your imagination, by using visualization, by seeing, by believing, by trusting that those new beginnings are going to be coming in. And they will start to manifest. But again, with Mercury retrograde and with this new moon in Pisces, it's not quite there yet as far as the manifestation principle is concerned. So this is about, going with the flow. All of this Pisces energy, go with the flow, trust, surrender, have faith, research, redo, reevaluate, and again, just kind of see where the waters, with Pisces being a water sign, see where the waters take you before making any important decisions if you can. Now, also on Saturday and Sunday, these are a couple of sextile aspects. And sextiles are aspects of opportunity, meaning that you have to kind of like seize the day, seize the opportunity. If you see a potential, you have to act on it in order to utilize the energy of a sextile between two planets. On Saturday, the Sun in Pisces is going to be in a sextile to Saturn in Capricorn. On Sunday, Mars in Taurus is going to be sextile Neptune in Pisces. So we have water and earth here. Okay, so water is the realm, again, of the imagination and our intuition, the spiritual realm. And the energy of earth, Capricorn and Taurus, is the realm of, practicality. It is the realm of third dimensional happenings and manifestation. So there can be some opportunities here for some sort of manifestation of something to occur based on an action that you take, but you have to make sure to take the action, even if it's just to make a phone call or send an email or, go out and attend a class or whatever it might be. There is opportunities available, but you have to act on them. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the information and messages from the cards. And I also want to just interject here that I'm still getting over not feeling well myself, going through that clearing, cleansing, purging of that Piscean energy. So please forgive me and excuse me. I didn't want to miss, though, doing and recording this video. All right, so let's take a look at the first card. Okay, so we start out with Major Arcana number 18, the Moon card. This is with Archangel Haniel. And the message at the bottom says, the opportunity to improve your plans. Okay, we've kind of was talking about that with Mercury retrograde and reevaluating, right? The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance and face your fears and grow stronger. Now, the Moon card is often about our subconscious fears, our subconscious anxieties, but the Moon also rules our intuition, our, higher kind of intuitive guide within ourselves, to listen to that voice, to listen to our gut feelings, to go with the ebb and flow of the moon's energies. You know, the moon is all about that kind of ebb and flow of the emotional kind of realm, and listening to that as you move forward. Now, this to me, I mean, really, with all this Piscean energy, I'm not surprised to, see the moon card, especially because we have a new moon at 15 degrees of Pisces. And so, too, I feel like that Mercury retrograde thing is really indicated here with the opportunity to improve your plans. This is a time to kind of, again, go over and research, reevaluate what's already going on instead of trying to initiate or make a decision on something. So look at this Mercury retrograde, look at this Pisces time period as a time of completion, a completion of an old phase of life. And also it's a healing phase. I mean, it's more about healing and going within and listening to your intuition than it is about action or movement. And this card, definitely, to start out with, this card really signifies that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second card here and see if we can gain more insight along the way for the week. Wow, another major arcana. Major arcana number 12. In this deck, it's called Perspective with Archangel Chamuel. And in the traditional tarot, this is the Hanged Man. And you can see here the angel is kind of hung upside down within this card itself. And, to me, this is looking at what is going on in your life from a different perspective. That's why they named the card Perspective. The message at the bottom says there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. And dare to be different. Okay? So again, that pause for reflection and insight. This is the time to do that, just as I've been kind of reiterating. Now, it's interesting that along with the new moon, and it's connected to Neptune, and along with Mercury retrograde at the last degree of Pisces, we have, right in the middle of all that kind of self-reflective, intuitive, spiritual, trusting, going with the flow energy, we have Uranus moving into Taurus, and he's trying to shake something up or shake something loose. And, so far, I haven't quite seen through the cards yet what that's all about. But this is definitely, an Archangel Chamuel is the archangel that helps us with our life purpose as well. So I feel like a lot of us, since the beginning of the year have been trying to move forward on, this idea of a new beginning, new year, new energy, new beginning. We have, we had the eclipses at the beginning of the year. This week we have a new moon. So we want that new beginning. We want to move forward. But that Pisces energy right now says, no, it's not quite time. That Mercury retrograde says, no, it's not quite that time. And whatever's going on, I feel like there's, Pisces can bring confusing energies for one, confusion and anxiety. So we might be experiencing some confusing situation to where it's unclear. We're unclear about something, we can't make a decision, or we don't have all the information, which is typical of Mercury retrograde, to make a decision yet, which is why we need to gather more information, why we need to shift our perspective of what's going on around us with the situations and circumstances, because we don't have all of the information yet. Pisces is kind of clouding our sense of, seeing the reality or the truth of something. So we really have to kind of shift our way of looking at whatever's going on, shift our perspective about any confusion or chaotic kind of events or things that aren't making any sense, because I feel like soon, within about a month's time or so, once this Mercury retrograde cycle is complete, we'll start to see things more clearly. We'll start to be able to understand why things have happened the way they have, or why all the information wasn't there to begin with. There's perhaps something better that's coming along that we haven't been made aware of yet. So this is really a time, this is about inner perspective, right? The Hanged Man hanging upside down and just kind of being at peace with, what's happening around him as he's just kind of suspended in suspended animation right now. So both of these cards, the Moon and the Hanged Man, or the Perspective card, are really kind of a subconscious, internal, inner soul journey, you know, healing kind of energy that's going on. Okay, let's see what this last card is for the week. Wow, okay, Major Arcana again. So, you know, this is an important week from a soul perspective. Talk about perspective. Whenever we have Major Arcana, and here we have 3 out of 3 cards, Major Arcana, this means that there's something important happening with our soul growth and evolution. You know, there's important shifts that are happening on a soul level. So on a spiritual level, soul level, there's things happening. And this is, of course, Major Arcana number 17, the Star card with Archangel Jophiel. And, you know, the Star card, I love the Star card because it's about the future of our hopes, dreams, and wishes, that those things are coming into fruition, but perhaps not yet because, again, it's a future-oriented card. The Star card is, you know, picture yourself, you know, on a vast and beautiful piece of land, and you're just looking up to the heavens, and you're looking up to the stars, and you can see your dreams there in the stars. You can visualize what it is that you want to manifest, and the heavens are just kind of reflecting that back to you. But if you reached up to try to grab a star, you wouldn't be able to reach it. You know, it seems like it's too far away. But in fact, it's not too far away. Your hopes, dreams, and wishes are not too far away, but it's not quite the time yet. Because again, this is a future kind of oriented card. The message at the bottom says, a dream come true, believe in yourself in the end of a difficult situation. I feel like this is almost a message of extension into the next couple of weeks through the month of March, right? As it says, the end of a difficult situation. And not that Mercury retrograde is going to be difficult, or, you know, that the new moon connecting to Neptune, or Uranus going into Taurus. Not that these things are difficult per se, but if you're one that is more action-oriented and ready to kind of take charge and take on the world and make something happen and have this, you know, this new beginning start to kind of be fertilized, if you will, or to start to manifest, you know, this can leave you feeling like it's, you know, a difficult situation, or that you're in a kind of a challenging mode. And when in fact we have to go with the ebb and flow of the energies, and the energies right now of Pisces are saying, okay, it's a time to heal, it's a time to go within, it's a time to listen, it's a time to intuit what the next step is, it's a time to complete old energy from this and previous lifetimes, so that when the time is right, at the time of the spring equinox, when the sun moves into Aries, and when Mercury retrograde is over, and, you know, Mercury goes direct at the end of March, and then into, you know, the month of April starts to move forward a little bit more quickly. Those ideas and our thoughts and you know, future communications or networking, all these things will start to unfold much, much easier. But this is, you know, this is a very positive reading. It's just much more, again, internal here, and futuristic, you know, here, to where we have to just believe and have hope, because, you know, this is telling us that what it is we're working towards, our goals, our dreams, our hopes, these are coming to fruition, and especially on a soul level. This is not to me on a materialistic level, although it can translate to that, but this is about on a soul level. What do you really desire? You know, what do you really want as a soul? What do you want to experience? These things are going to be happening for you, all right, as we move forward, you know, throughout the month of April and into the following months. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the messages from the light deck, and let's see what your special message card is, depending on your stone of choice. So for those of you that chose the Amethyst, the one on the bottom is calling my attention for the Amethyst people. Aspiration. So, and you can see almost like, it almost looks like a ladder. I don't even know if it's a ladder or not, but it looks like a little red ladder here, and there's a face here up in the heavens, in the universe, kind of looking up. And it's like, this is to me about believing in your aspirations, believing in your goals, believing in your dreams, and knowing that with the proper steps that you're going to move up, move up, move up, and you're going to eventually be able to create, as co-creator with the universe, whatever it is that you desire. You're going to be able to, and also they're saying to aspire towards those, right? Aspire towards your goals, your dreams, your hopes, the next step on your path. So right now, again, it's interesting that we have almost like this face in the universe, within the universal realm. So again, this is showing that on a universal spiritual level, that you're supposed to utilize the process of visualization, the law of attraction that says send out your intentions, maybe do some sort of new moon ceremony to send out your, new intentions. But start on the spiritual level, because this is all happening first on the spiritual level with your imagination, with your visualizations, with your belief, with your trust, with your faith. And as you have all of those things, you're going to be able to move towards or move up towards your aspirations and towards your goals. And God, source energy universe, as the creator, and you as the co-creator here, this face, as you as the co-creator with universe, is going to be able to eventually bring those aspirations into reality. All right, let's take a look at the message for the people that chose Selenite. Giving this a little shuffle. Okay. Selenite people, this one's calling my attention, sticking up here. Transformation. Okay. And it looks like we have a beautiful butterfly here, a beautiful sunlit sky in the center, but it looks a little dark around the edges, right? And the branches are kind of, barren. They're not showing any foliage or leaves or anything. But yeah, we have this butterfly. At least it looks like a butterfly to me. And butterflies actually are an animal totem that mean new birth and transformation. So again, this completion phase, this is the darker energy and the twigs with no leaves on it, is the completion phase that we're currently in. And the butterfly here and the sunlit sky here in the middle is signifying the new birth, the transformation that is currently taking place. So this week you're undergoing this transformation, this, new moon in Pisces, this Mercury retrograde. There's a transformation on a spiritual level that's happening for you. And you're kind of clearing away the dead and the unexpressed or the heavy or the old stuff that no longer needs to be with you. And soon here you're going to be transformed like this butterfly. You're kind of moving from the caterpillar stage here. We're at the very end of Pisces. We're soon going to be moving into that new birth phase of this butterfly. And the butterfly then can kind of move towards that light, the light of the sun, the spring equinox. So I feel like you move through the rest of this cycle until the spring equinox with this idea of just healing and transmuting, and knowing that you're undergoing a huge transformation in this week or even in the next couple of weeks, for sure this week and perhaps next. But you're getting ready to give birth to something new, which is going to be very beautiful and full of blessings. All right, and then for those of you that chose the clear quartz crystal, okay, this one is calling my attention here. Centering. It seems like I've pulled this card before. This is only I think the third time I've used this deck. But it seems like I got this card before one other time. Centering. And you can see there's two hands here, almost in a meditation kind of style. And again, Pisces is great for meditation. It's great to do spiritual work. It's great to connect with your angels and guides or universal oneness energies. And that's, to me, the concentric circles here reverberating out too, as this person is sitting with hands together in meditation. They're kind of moving into that spiritualness. They're moving into their spiritual center. And as they move into their spiritual center and as they connect with God's source energy universe, all around them, within them, they're connecting to their higher soul self, and they're becoming one with all of this universal oneness energy. And as you become one with the universal oneness energy, things start happening. They start happening first on the spiritual level, again, in the imagination, on the spiritual realm, with your visualization again. This is a great way to manifest, is through meditation and visualizing what exactly it is that you desire to start to unfold. And I feel like if you perform this exercise of visualizing what it is that you like to see happen, like the end result of what it is that you're trying to work towards or manifest, that it's going to spiral out into the universe. And that energy is going to start making things happen on a spiritual level first. And eventually it will then come back into center and start to manifest once the spring equinox hits here pretty soon. It'll come back in and start to manifest more on the earthly level. Okay, but first start with the meditation and working on the spiritual level with things. All right, I hope everyone has liked this weekly angel card reading. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video to also tune into the monthly angel card reading for the month of March. And that will give you the large overview of the whole month and the energies that we're undergoing in general as we move throughout this third month of the year. So in the meantime, I send you all lots of love and light and many, many angel blessings, everyone.